of many.
Yeah, me too. All right,
Yeah.
and right into game 2. Oh, I forgot to ask. I guess I saw it a little bit. I saw Demons of Chaos. What was the other race that was played?
It was Dark Elves by Kemsyt.
Okay. All right. Well, this time around, he's going for the vampire counts, and Dijkstra going to play orcs. This is the first time I've seen Kemsyt play vampire counts, so I'm really interested. I assume he's probably going to go the same build. I think it's funny because when I started playing vampire counts and I messed around with some of the specs, Korchatov definitely felt the best, and it seems like that's what everybody goes as well.
Yeah, I just like it subjectively. I can tell you a little bit of a backstory. So I was making vampires. It was year 2016, so it was quite a long time ago. Anyway, so I was this is important because in 2021, 2020, Vampire Coast came out, the DLC for our beloved Total War Warhammer series, which basically is the flagman of Warhammer universe nowadays, with the the end times and stuff. So if I were doing it today, I would probably give them a if I had to do it from scratch, I would probably give them a Vampire Coast bloodline. But back then, this wasn't really a thing. So I thought I can split the von Karstein bloodline into two because I had too many ideas for one bloodline. So I just came up with a random bloodline, and I had no better idea than to sort of look for my own immediate surroundings for some inspiration. And without going into too many details, I thought, okay, we have this famous physicist in Russia, the father of the Soviet atomic bomb, Igor Kurchatov. So I changed one vowel, one letter from his name. So instead of Kurchatov, I named the bloodline Korchatov because it sounds a bit macabre, I guess, like just the sound of it. And I had one line of flavor text in the description that this is a bloodline, which is signs of von Karstein in Kislev, operating in Kislev. So yeah, this is how I came up with it. And then over the years, I didn't give it much thought back then. It was just something I would come up, on the fly. And over the years, I have kind of grown to like them. It's like my own tiny contribution to the Warhammer universe. I thought, well, sounds fun. I came up with something new, and it kind of stuck. So yeah, this is why we have them now. But after all this talk, judging by the bloody talisman that the Necromaster has, he has gone von Karstein bloodline.
Absolutely. Von Karstein bloodline going to be the option here, which honestly, I've played so much of Korchatov that I don't actually remember. I just know it's hero based and that you have the Dragon Riders, which are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But
this is all you need to know about it, basically. So on tier 1, you pay 50-50, as you always do, and it unlocks all of your heroes immediately. So you can build four heroes on tier 1, and this is exactly what Kemsyt's going for. He has started the Dreadlord.
ooh, okay, so that's what it was. I knew it was something that I was forgetting, and that's what it was. You can build your other heroes immediately, and that is, yeah, that sounds really good. Yeah. What do you think about him going for the Dread Knight second, though?
Yeah, he likes to go all 4 heroes. I have seen him play this. He was sparring with, I think, Opochli, so wasn't the most formidable of opponents, but still, he was absolutely annihilating him with this strat, so I'm curious to see how well Kemsyt does this time.
Yeah, this seems really strong. I'm worried about early skirmishes just because he has literally no CC, but I mean plenty of damage and good healing, so... And the Dread Knight just gets super tanky, especially if you just go for the passive and yeah, just throw out shockwaves.
Yeah. I think also it's very important when you play versus the Necromaster. Yeah, he has skilled the passive. So when you play versus him, whenever he casts a spell for 5 seconds, this necromantic energy appears. And the opponent player has a whole 5 seconds to freaking disrupt it. It dies with 1 hit, and if it dies, it spawns just 1 zombie for like a 10-second lifespan or something. And if you don't disrupt it, like, his summons get out of hand quite quickly. And we'll see how much of this disrupting Dijkstra is willing to do. I think normally people are not used to this, so I'm the only one who does this as far as I remember when I play versus vampires. I guess this makes sense because I'm the one who designed this stuff. So whenever I hear this dreaded sound, I just immediately disrupt this cloud of necromantic energy. Like, other people normally don't do it. And yeah, we'll see how well it goes.
Yeah, I feel like nobody does it. They just don't know. I feel like nobody's even bothered checking to see if it has health. They're just like, oh, well, okay, extra units, that's annoying.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not convenient to disrupt it because it spawns in a random direction.
Oh, surround on the White King, and he's dead. The healing's going to be there, but he's dead, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
And the Brute as well.
If the Dread Knight had skilled the Dark Wave, I think they would have fought out, because during nighttime Dark Wave nukes extra like 70 hit points in AoE whenever he's pointing, so it would not have been a trouble, but he has skilled the passive.
Yeah,
cool skirmish here.
Yeah, that's a big downside, right? I think if you're gonna start with the Dread Knight, definitely you want the passive, right, to creep and get to level 2. But yeah, if he's gonna be your second hero, might as well just get the Shockwave. It's just gonna help you creep with the timing, anyways, because you already have a second hero already. But
yeah,
it's okay. White King is back up.
Yeah, one drunk goblin saved off to the side. So there's this funny mechanic when goblins drink fungal beer, and they gain some hit points, but an expiration timer is put on them, so they will die after like 60 seconds or something.
Yeah, and there he goes. Which is pretty cool. You could technically like deny as well, or do they give EXP in AoE when they die?
If they expire, it's like as any other expiration, it doesn't give any XP.
Nice. Okay. Wait, is that the same for? Oh, it's another surround.
Yeah.
They're both
Dijkstra's microing very well.
Yeah.
Maybe the ping is hurting the German a little bit. Kemsyt from Germany, as far as I'm aware. Maybe it was Austria. But yeah, 3 hero kills. Wow, Dijkstra is on fire.
Yeah, and I mean, he killed a good amount of Snotlings, I guess, but really no levels to show for it, other than on the Necro, who's the only one that really is surviving.
Almost level 3. Like, maybe I've played too much Korchatov in my time, but I feel like you should not overstay your welcome during daytime. Like, it's fine if you... Like, you can be brazen during the night, but if it's daytime, you don't want to overstay your welcome.
Yeah, because, I mean, he's not even producing at home, right? He doesn't have any buildings up, so it's just the expansion, which is going to be fully mining soon, so that's good. So he's got gold, but no buildings, really. Doesn't have anything other than the heroes, and he's taking to T3, all right?
Yeah, I didn't notice that he has built an expansion off of it. So actually, Kemsyt, I would say, is doing all right. Like, all of the hero death who were low level, he didn't fit too much XP to Dijkstra. When he goes on tier 2 tech, I don't think he has skilled it. There's the 15% extra experience in this bloodline, the left branch. The right branch is a little bit less useful, maybe, with the Banshees. Although the Howling Banshee is very strong versus Snotlings. Like, she would red Snotlings just into oblivion.
Yeah.
But the left branch is very strong with the heroes, with the extra stats for heroes. I think if he goes hero 4, or if he just rushes the zombie dragons, like the higher vampires on the zombies, who take like 9 food and cost 600 gold or something. Yeah. Actually, I think this is looking quite favorable for...
And that is exactly what he's going to be doing. Bone Dragon Valley up in the back. I expect him to build another one, but... Oh, no, not quite. He's building a Chamber of the Undying instead. What do you think that's for?
He wants to have a Necrarch or two, because they also get a little bit buffed in this bloodline. Like the reasoning behind it is that like Necrarchs, you know, submit to the von Karsteins. So yeah, they also become a bit stronger, and they have a good heal and stuff. And Dijkstra is doing his dulling poison thing, which I actually have not thought about before. Like this is brilliant usage of it. I think I haven't thought about it before because I have added the dispel to the what's it called, Check of Gork, just a year ago. Whereas the spell dulling poison I have made like god damn, it was 2013, 11 years ago I have made this spell. Wow. So the reasoning is that they allow themselves to be bitten by spiders or something, and this causes the goblins, just the goblin infantry, and they lose HP, but in return they become like numb to poison. And in all those years, like the only way to do it, to upgrade the goblins, would be to have them tank the damage. But just a year ago I have added dispel to them, so now he groups up his goblins, uses the ability, like, and the ability can be used 3 times. So he uses the ability and immediately dispels it with like, look at what he does now. There you have it, boom, dispelled. So they take no damage. The first time a goblin does it, 100 max HP is added to him, so goblins have 405 right now, although they are supposed to have 305. Second time around they get 10 damage, and the third time around they get like 85% resistance to spell damage.
Ooh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I wonder if he can fight with this supply. Like goblins also, they have 8 collision size, if I recall correctly. So they are very... Oh yeah, this town hall...
This town hall's going down quick.
Yeah, god damn it. I've never seen so many goblins.
Yeah, expansion immediately destroyed.
Yeah, wow. But on the bright side for Kemsyt, he has 1500 gold, so he's not cash starved for the time being. I feel he should have gone to Bone Dragon Valleys.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Because in the Chamber, the Undying's not even in range to get text for the Necrarchs if he does want to do that. So, I mean, it's in range for one of the corpse pits, but I don't think it's in range for the second one. Might just barely be. But that's one of the annoying things about playing vampire counts, is like you got to make your buildings next to your corpse pits, otherwise you can't actually get your upgrades.
Well, to be fair, he can claim the corpses from the haunted graveyard, then use the ability, and then like...
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I forgot that's how that works.
Yeah. Oh. So his supply stuck now because 7 supply is not enough for the second dragon. Yeah, I think the timing is a bit strong. Like,
well, wait, I say that, but the casting is...
During the night, yes.
Oh. Yeah, unfortunately though, I think the Dread Knight needed to live. The White King, once this buff wears off, he's going to be well, no, he's vamping a lot. I don't know when he had time to do it, but he bought Blood Drinkers for the units that needed him, so... And he had the Seed of Rebirth? How's the Dread Knight back? Rebuy?
Okay, no, so this is... damn, I missed it, but I think it's the von Karsten Vampire Aura. So, yeah, goddammit, this is strong stuff. Yeah, so they can instantly revive heroes at some extra price if the von Karsten Vampire is next to the altar.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, there is zero. Yeah, there's a negative amount of anti-air right now, so...
Yeah, and they have hero armor. God damn it. Yeah, this, like, on the face of it, I would say this looks like something warranting a nerf, because I think, like, Dijkstra played reasonably well, and he just got absolutely shredded by the Imba stuff. He killed all the heroes, although to be fair, he didn't know about the instant revive. So you, if the von Karsten Vampire is in range of the altar and you have like above 1000 gold or something, you are charged extra like 200 gold, and the hero is revived instantly with like 70% hit points at like 100 mana or something. Yeah. And the second, yeah, this looks like game, to be honest. I was calling it a few minutes ago, and then I thought the goblin push will be very strong, and it looked to be strong, but right now Kemsyt is showing me that this bloodline probably needs a nerf. Like I don't think there's anything like that crazy that it needs immediate like banning, any strategy that needs immediate banning, but just looks like I have to be careful with this strat. I need to probably nerf it.
Yeah, I'm thinking so, because I mean, I think build order wise, if you have access to all your heroes right away, I don't even see why. Honestly, I wouldn't even start with the Necro, to be honest. I would just grab the Vampire count, and I would try to cheese, and then sleep most of the camps that I want to kill, and kill the main unit. And then just kind of do that over and over again, so I can get items quickly, and then try to hit it some timing way faster than it ended up being in this game. Because you can still do all this and do that, right?
Yeah. Like at least it's daytime now, and this is like one of the slight mistakes that Dijkstra maybe has made, that he fought during the night.
Oh, but his whole army, this could be good. He has much more building damage than Kemsyt's, so yeah, he's gonna have to TP back, and I expect him to retreat out of here.
Yeah, this game is not over, but definitely on the back, like on the back pedal. Dijkstra is not. Like, he's fighting an uphill battle. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Especially because he committed to the spider spec, right? I don't think they... I mean, they have the web, so they can sort of deal with these vampires, but, I mean, they have hero armor. And 1800 health. It might end up being like a waste of time to try and focus them down. Yeah,
you know what? I'm gonna say... I lament to say this 2 times in a row. I'm looking at the gold mine of Dijkstra, and I think I can only count 4 workers, and he has 2,000 gold more than the vampire account player.
Oh no,
so
no, there's 5. There's 5. There's 5.
There's 5 right now, right? But
yeah,
he somehow still has 2,000 gold more. So like with that, I cannot argue, and there is no way for the vampire account. This is not Demons of Chaos or the dwarves. Like they cannot extract gold more quickly. So somehow he has missed 200 seconds of mining. So yeah, this is unfortunate for Dijkstra. Again, I think he has messed up his peasants. Like no other way about it. Like he wasn't harassed.
He probably shifted and grabbed some, maybe, and then just grabbed one from the gold. Because it looked like he grabbed the bottom worker line instead of this top worker line on lumber. Because all the trees are left here. I don't even know if he had any. Maybe he didn't even have any workers over there to begin with, since he built his lumber mill over here. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's becoming very difficult for Dijkstra to fight this. Like, he has 51 supply, which is the worst supply you can have, period. And a zombie dragon has flown out, Necroarch is being trained, and nighttime is upon us quite soon.
And, oh... Yep, Kemsyt's buying items too. As long as he buys items, I mean, he has plenty of options. He could just buy health. He could buy damage. He could buy just Seeds of Rebirth. Yeah, looks like he went for a heal scroll, seed, and a invuln potion and a TP. But he didn't pass the invuln over to... He has a TP and invuln on... They're both on the Dread Knight.
Yeah, but it's just goblin.
Yeah. And, hero goes down in 2 seconds. Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah, you cannot focus the higher vampire, the von Karsten vampire. You cannot focus him with arrows.
Yeah, and unfortunately
he has freaking hero armor. You need something else for it. You need the merc for the net. You need the item.
Yeah. And
yeah,
the snotlings are not going to be enough. Although the Dread Knight is not up yet, just revived now, so we don't have Shockwave, but now we have it. Let's see if he decides to cast it. He might wait till nighttime. Accidentally, that would be ideal.
Yeah, he could have fought like 20 seconds later, and then all of his heals would restore 10% max hit points to the caster.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't... I mean, he didn't spend literally all of his gold, but he probably could have. I'm surprised he didn't just spend literally all his gold and then make the attack. This time it would have been right on time. But for boss level 6...
If you have 1500 when you summon the trolls, you also get a free vampire cowl. Like, not a free, you are charged. Under 50 gold and you get a vampire coast to get it on. Good game, well played.
GG, well played. Wow.
Yeah, impressive performance by Kemsyt.
Yeah, that was amazing. I gotta say, it looked
To be fair,
not good early with all the hero deaths, but it was a bit deceptive. It was a bit deceptive to say the least, because in the end it ends up just fine. He made all the time in the world. He could creep his expansion relatively early still with just the 2 heroes, and then, yeah, make some von Karnstein vampires, and you can't... what's gonna deal with them?
yeah. Also, the instant hero revive is a mechanic which I introduced only last January. Like, it's one of the very, very few new things in the mod. Because I've mostly stabilized like around 1 year ago, and I very rarely add new stuff. And then, yeah, it's like one of the few new things. So like it was never ever tested before, like 1 month ago. So I never kind of realized how strong it is. And in my mind, I didn't like give the corresponding nerfs to the bloodline because well, I didn't know how strong they were to begin with. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still curious, right? It costs a lot of gold still to make heroes, so I would love to see this attempted against like Beasts of Chaos or something. But yeah, if you have time, I mean, this seems like the strongest strategy, right? You don't have to tech to have heroes. I don't even think you need to tech out a T1 with this strat, to be honest. But it depends on what you want to go for. If you do want to go for the von Karnstein vampires, right, and have kind of like this, basically like a checkmate situation, you can do that. But I would try to go for just some super fast attack timing. Just get all my heroes to level 2, and then just try to fight to get to level 3 while they're trying to clear their expo or build their expo, and you might just be able to win the game just like that.
Yeah. Okay, I was trying to set myself up for the next ladder game, but Kemsyt says that he's way too tired, which is entirely fair. I'm not tremendously fresh myself.
Yeah, I'm sorry again, guys. Initially it was going to be all good,
No,
and then I got kind of surprised with having to leave for a bit, but it'll
no,
work out. We got a
don't
game
worry,
now.
man. Like you don't owe us everything. Like it's not like we're paying you salary. We've not contracted you, so I'm happy we are doing any game casting whatsoever. So like, anything and everything above absolute zero is already like a huge boon for me and for the community. So I'm very happy about it.
Well, thank you then. As long as it's supporting the community, that's all I want to do. And support
Yeah.
you, of course, for making the mod, but
No, thank you all very much. Like I'm super ecstatic. Like maybe I don't sound like it because I'm a bit tired right now, but I'm like super grateful and I'm super happy all of this is happening and taking place.
oh no, I feel the love. I feel the love. Don't worry, Nightmare. Go. Dijkstra said I had 10 archers, but hero type armor on area units. Yeah, hero type armor, and they have plus 3 armor from the aura, which I think is their aura, right? That's their aura that they have, the bonus armor.
Yeah, they have the aura of unholy majesty or something.
Yeah.
It's called, and it has like 1500 range, so it's like twice as big as normal auras, and it affects buildings. And if an altar is affected by this aura, issues a revive order. It checks if you have enough gold, and if you have enough gold, the hero is instantly revived, and you are charged a bit more gold.
Wow.
It works like this. It's coded like this. I remember it all too well because I have coded it like 8 weeks ago, which is like yesterday by my mod's design standards.
Well, the craziest thing about that is, yeah, it affects buildings. Okay. So you really, even, I mean, still you're susceptible early, but if you actually make it to late game, they can't even fight in your base. Because
Yeah.
those baleful towers next to your town hall they're not gonna die at the same speed that they normally would. Unless you actually bring siege, which, I mean, if you have siege, then you're kind of susceptible, right? Because then you don't have as much supply for anti-air.
Yeah, no, this strat kind of looks like this, design that I try to avoid nowadays. That the only true counterplay to it is to defeat your opponent before he has access to those units. And yeah, it's not tremendously fun design wise. I think, to be honest, maybe like if you have a merc with the net, you can kind of kite around it or something. But still, it will be hard because they don't have resistance skin. Like none of the higher vampires do. They are treated like a unit, so they don't like if it's a net, it lasts full 24 seconds or something. If it's a stun, it lasts full 5 seconds. So at least they are somewhat susceptible to magic.
Yeah, at least they can be CC'd. It would be funny if they had hero type like magic suppression as well, because then they would really be